Okay, I'm back. I reviewed my video. It was about a 15-minute long video, 13 minutes. I didn't review the whole thing. I fast forwarded just on my set to see how that went down. It was good. And I stuck the quarters on. So I'm up to 5 1/4. That's not my record on here. My record, I went up to 6 and got like 3 3/4, just about bang 4. And you can see that on one of my videos. So I'm at 5 1/4. And if I can get 4 or 5 of this, I'll be really, really happy because I'm just not returning to the pure power aspect. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to say about the Cybex VR3 that I didn't mention on my last video was that I told you they run $5,000 to $6,000 new. Well, you know, I picked up a couple pieces of Lannis from the same guy that had the VR3, and I asked him if he had a circuit. I asked him if he'd be willing to separate out that VR3 leg press from the circuit, and I fully expected him not to do it because that whole circuit came from a rehab center, so it wasn't even used. You know, the upholstery and everything, I looked brand new because he had pictures of it, and then I took the pictures and I went to Cybex website and I looked and compared, and I Googled images and I looked and compared and contrasted every little aspect of that VR3 he had. It was mint. And so he goes, I'll tell you what, if you come down and you pick it up, I don't got to ship it. And I have a good friend on the East Coast that I pay, he works for me, that'll go down and pick up these pieces. It was in North Carolina, my friend's out of New Jersey. And he goes, if you come down and you pick this up and I ain't got to worry about shipping, I'll give you that Cybex VR3 for $2,000. And I was, he could have got more out of me for that, but he said $2,000. I said, done. I immediately went over to PayPal and I paid for that Cybex VR3. That's mint. I'm not kidding you, they're $5,000 to $6,000 new ones. And I couldn't believe it. I've asked other people before to pull their Cybex out of their circuit and they wouldn't do it. And then you can Google and you can find Cybex VR3s online, but they went $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for used ones, and these ones are used. They got 100 miles on them. This one probably got about 10 miles on it. So I'm pretty happy about that. I just thought I'd let you know what I paid for it and a little more retrospect on that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this 5 1/4, and I'm going to be really happy if I can get 4 on this again. And it'll probably prep me mentally to try 6 a little bit later, but I'm going to do this final set and I'm going to move on to several other pieces of chest I got for one all-out set. And what I've done with me, I brought an extra long pin with me, so I'm going to hang plates off of stacks of my other chest pieces and drop into the 4 to 6 rep range. So let's hope this goes well and I don't tweak my wrist on this, and I'll be quite happy. And then we'll just continue pressing on with chest. Later. Okay, that went well, but the problem I was having with my left wrist, you know, this machine, because of the angle of the arm and this rubber, if you don't get your wrist position just right, and I mentioned this before, it wants to roll up over. And that's what started to happen with my left wrist. You know, it started happening like in the 2.5, 3 rep range. I could feel it rolling, and I know I had the power, and I said just make it through 4 dated, and I probably made it through 4, 4.5, maybe 5. But damn, I don't like that, you know, and it's sort of a problem that I have with it, because I know that that's possible that it can happen in this machine. It's the only flaw in this machine that I can see is the wrist coming up and over due to the angle of the push. And, you know, that bummed me out. If I had 6 plates on, that wrist would have went up and over 1.5 to 2 repetition, because the heavier it is, the more you're pushing, the more it wants to roll up over. And so that really jerked my chain, you know, I don't like that. But I got 4 of them, I'm going to be satisfied. I'm going to move on to another machine now. And we'll continue from there. I'm probably going to move on to the Nautilus 2ST line and hang a plate off of that and see how that goes.